They call me hot and nasty.
Tape is rolling, boys and girls. Hot and nasty. Yeah, we need a little hot and nasty in this room. I like that.
What are you playing, Jack? Playing Stones?
Scarborough Fair.
Let me turn my thing up. This is Robinson.
New.
Graduate.
Guess somebody's late. Not saying who.
Quiet on the set. Get ready to go live radio.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar, 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Today, for the record, is Tuesday, June 13th, 2017, here inside Shroud Avatar. And, of course, we're in that little bit of a lull.
You mean the huge lull of we don't have anything really to talk about, but we're going to talk about something anyways, and we're just to try to make something up to take an hour?
In between a release where there's no patches, there's nobody arguing about anything, you know, and things are just going along. Well, actually, people are complaining about a few things, but one of those complaints is there's no complaints. There's no patches.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, there's always stuff to complain about.
The complaint is that they're not getting answers because,
Star's out of the office.
Yeah, Star's out of the office, and everybody's actually getting some work done. I don't know. I don't know if there's any.
We hope they're getting. We hope they're getting work done. Yeah.
Yes.
We hope something is happening in the office that is positive and progressive.
We know that they're getting work done because, of course, as always, we can see what they're working on from day to day.
Oh, are you talking about that stand-up corner thing where they say, hey, this is what I worked on yesterday and this is what I'm working on today? That thingy?
And they all stand up around the room because there's not enough room for everybody to sit because the office is that small.
They do it in groups.
And they can't do it in one group either because the office is that small. That's right.
Yeah. Something like that.
Looking the other day, and I got a bunch of other game developers and other stuff, and I get tech news in my mail. And I saw some other gaming company, and it's like, we're doing the run and jump animations on the game. And these guys are in an office, and it looks like they're upstairs, and they've got this big glass panoramic view of this office floor. And I'm going, boy, Yeah, the boys and girls over there really got it good because the guys and girls down at Portalarium are in a little closet compared to
they're crammed in like sardines over at
office
Portalarium.
that these two guys were standing in was probably as big as Portalarium's offices, period. While they were overlooking a floor of other people working.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
That's right.
And the difference between working with a publisher who gives you a budget and being an independent studio moving into publishing is completely different. I mean, because EA has that war chest, and so does like BioWare, Blizzard. Yeah, those larger companies have more money to play around with. Yeah,
a lot of those guys. But anyway, we do have
stand-up corner from yesterday.
That's right.
So remember, today is Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everybody will enjoy their tacos. I haven't had any yet.
Tequila shots in with your tacos.
Although I do have a bag from an overpriced Austin taco place, Torchy's.
Okay.
It's a favorite of many people.
I'm going to say why. You're the guy who always tells me that's not real shit,
That's not real.
Okay.
Next around here.
Well, last night I went to Torchy's with a friend of mine, and I would much rather go to an actual. I mean, it's so grossly overpriced. I think my meal, which was one taco and an order of chips and queso, was like $15.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's like what the. It's like seriously, it's like this is what happens with like hipster restaurants. But I mean, a lot of people will tell you that Torchy's is the best taco ever.
Better
It's not.
Nothing, but according to research, the best taco going these days is supposedly from Jack in the Box.
What? No.
Hey,
deep fried lettuce. Deep fried lettuce.
That's like saying that Taco Bell has some quality Mexican food. No.
All I got to say,
not
I
even.
was doing some reading, and people.
Yeah, no,
loved it.
no. That doesn't happen around here, man.
Jack in the Box around to find out, but.
Yeah, no. I just remember what was it, the late 80s, early 90s, where the Jack in the Box scare was them using kangaroo meat. That's why their burger steaks are so special. Yeah. And people were like,
That's
"Oh my
true?
god, kangaroo
Was that
meat!"
true?
Oh! Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah, it's all good.
Tasty, man.
Oh, it was a tasty patty. Yeah.
People would have a whole different outlook on life if they still had to slaughter their own chickens for frickin' dinner. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, you know what? We need to bring back horse meat, but still,
That's illegal, man. It's legal here.
I know. It's like all these wild Mustangs.
All right. Yep.
Yep. Okay, so you ready for the stand-up corner, or are we just gonna leave it on the screen the entire day?
Oh, I don't know. We can do that.
And hi, Eagle. and Dude and Botox.
And I
Frosh
got
shots.
some
Hello, everybody.
commentary from the nurse out there, and she says, "F that."
She didn't say that to me. What the hell?
Gross.
She doesn't love me anymore.
She's never loved
Okay.
you. That's beside the point.
Shh. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Okay, so Bob the Builder.
She says it had a slice of American cheese. Does that sound like a taco? Yeah, I don't know.
Now, and she's having a taco breakdown right now.
Yes.
I like to break down her taco.
That was in all caps, so yes, I'm going to assume that there's...
I don't think cottage cheese qualifies as a taco. Zepp, we know what you produce, but still. So Bob the Builder.
Cult of Bob.
Still working on the Viking Inn because you know what? We need more long hauls in our lives.
Oh, yes.
No doors in that thing. No doors at all. No front door, no back door. Just
Ain't gonna
open
happen.
room. Yeah. Yeah. Damon.
Waldron.
Working on healing burst and bugs and performance support. Fletcher.
Fletch lives.
He's still trying to figure out how to play Shroud of the Avatar.
As he works on
Yes,
Shroud
Shroud of the Avatar.
of the Avatar.
The almighty Gix Vargach. Matt. He's working on dancing pets.
Dancing pets. We gonna see the dancing pig? I don't know.
Well, we know Led Zeppelin knows how to make the sheep dance.
Yeah, well, I've had to make several of those animals do things that they weren't meant to do.
Make them cry. I'll make them all cry.
Yeah.
Then
God
Reed.
help us when he gets his hands on the children.
Reed. Working on armor decorations and bugs.
Bug.
And playtesting. Over in design,
Chop them up
Seawolf.
into little pieces. Seawolf.
Working on Celestis. Damien. The quest guy is trying to figure out Blood River outskirts caves and hermits. And if he wants a lesson on hermits, it's really easy. It's try to find me in real life.
You know, I knew a guy who lived in a cave in an Ultima game in one of the shards, and he played the hermit very well. He had somebody give him just a chest in a cave, and that's where he lived. Irrelevant, I know.
What?
Yeah. You need to go back to some of the older UOs. Tears of laughter from the sheep doesn't count as making them cry, Led Zepp. That's a message from someone else. And Dan the Man.
And the man Brennan.
Working on Ravensmore and Bugs.
Bug.
And Player Towns. And playtesting. Sanyo working on scene transitions and playtesting and Solace Bridge Outskirts quests. Lum the Mad. Working on cross path quests and bug triage.
He's triaging the bugs. He's fixing
Yeah,
the
it's
bugs.
like, well, he's trying to put the band-aids on the bugs, and occasionally he's taking toothpicks and trying to make new legs for some of the bugs as well. Or stilts, one of the two. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do with that.
If you want to help support the bugs, new legs for bugs, please write to
alumnamad at portalarium.com. Sorcerer Steve was working on a live stream and playtesting and Libris Ruins spawning and discoveries. Seawolf.
Libris Ruins spawns.
Yeah, why? The Energy Vortex himself, Listrostov. Working on Boreas Colossus spawning and puzzles.
More puzzles.
See, what he did, he ended up with one of those box of 1,000 puzzle pieces, and someone painted a few of them, and someone took one piece, and he's trying to figure it out.
I hate when that happens.
I know.
I have that, right?
It's the OCD problem. It's really kicking in. Yeah, over in tech, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
Working on performance and charts and traps. See, the pie chart that he's working on, it is not apple pie and it's not cherry pie. You can't get out. You can't get out of the trap. The bear trap is
In the fortress
taking you off
factory.
your leg off at the knee. Okay. Eric.
Nah, we just hack that off and die.
Okay.
Remember, we're reborn here, so yeah. They
Oh
heard
man. Oh, so on Facebook on the Atlas Obscura page the other day, they actually had some dude that was like traveling the Arctic or Antarctica, one of the two, and he got his leg stuck in a crevasse, and he actually cut his part of his leg off. But what he cut it off with is the most screwed up thing you'll ever hear.
Okay.
Frozen poop.
Frozen poop.
Yeah, I think I need to go find this one. Walla.
I don't see that happening.
Oh, let me go find it.
I'm sorry, because the body heat would cause it to melt. I don't see that happening, and that would be
Well,
a freaking mess.
remember how frozen it can be. Let me go find it. See now you're gonna make me go find it just so that way we can actually see
Again,
it.
even if it's frozen, I'm just thinking by handling it, it's gonna start melting from the heat in your hands.
Have you
This
ever
doesn't
been in the
make-
Arctic?
Huh?
You know how cold it is out there, right?
I understand that.
I think it was on Atlas Obscura. Hold on, it's like I just scroll back a few days. So who's the next person up? JY?
GY.
Working on chart review and localization and optimization. Let's see. Gotta wait for more pages to load. Wizard Smoke.
Here.
He's been puff past bugs
Bug.
and mail. Because eventually we're going to be able to mail items and gold to other players.
You've
Yay.
got mail.
And that'll make my shop on Shroud Marketplace so much better. And
That
vendors.
makes a lot of things so much better.
Hey, it's all about my shop on Shroud,
This
Shroud
way,
Marketplace.
when I want to buy stuff off of my suppliers, all I got to do is say, "Hey," and they mail it to me, and I mail them some gold, and I don't have to travel no more. I'll never have to leave the lot ever again. I'm telling you, it's
I
gonna
know.
be great.
Yep.
Led Zepp's telling me,
And
"Les,
then-
you need
yeah.
to come out hunting with us. You need to come out and do something." I says, "Dude, man, I sit in my lot. I
Sitting
make a
out
ton of
there.
money. What do I need to get out there and do that for?"
Sitting in the house.
You need to do weird things.
Hmm.
Oh, you
Man.
play the game. Play the game.
Yep. And he's also working on user interface. I wonder if someone's going to talk to him about like the fact that certain things on the actual login menu are gray, even though they're active buttons.
Ooh, hadn't noticed that.
Oh yeah, go back to it. Go back to it. Like go to the main login screen and then look at what's gray. It's like, what is this? I'm all the way only back to June 7th on the Atlas Obscura page.
All right, come on, enough. I don't need to.
Hey, I'll find it. Don't
I
worry.
don't think
The
our
Deathbringer
viewers
one and only.
and listeners need to see that.
Hey, you know what? It's too damn funny to pass up. So the Deathbringer one and only, he's working on performance, trying to make things load a little bit faster. And bugs.
Bug. Yeah, you'll be surprised, Zep.
He's telling lies. Listen's telling lies. Fabrication.
What do you say? What do you say?
His
Laz's
adventure level is
high.
pretty high. I can't tell you, but he's just pretty high. So Led Zepp's begging him to tell
Yeah.
him.
Laz's adventurer level is like 12.
That's what I was thinking. 15, baby.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Uh-oh. He's talking about you now, Jack.
Oh my. That's Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 345 hit points.
72.
My grandson has more hit points than that.
It's all good. The only problem is, does he have millions of gold worth of teleports and recall scrolls?
Millions.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah. Okay,
And I bet you he
maybe
missed
tens of thousands. Yeah.
He doesn't have carpal tunnel either.
Yep.
Right?
Well, he's too young for that yet.
So are you going to go over what Tasla's working on, or are we just going to sit there and like completely be off task the entire day?
We got a couple minutes. It's not like we're in a
Okay. Yeah. It's not like we have anything to talk about. That's why I get to scroll through my Facebook page and look for.
Well, we got plenty to talk about. There's never a lack of stuff to talk about around here, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so he's working on localization and the store backend updates. And front end store updates and migrations.
Led Zepp's gonna migrate from the front end to the back end.
Just one smooth move. Check the tonsils from the back.
That takes on a whole different picture in my head.
They're swollen too.
Yep.
Okay, Jack.
Moo in right along.
I found the dude. Fortune.
All right, I got it. Whoa, I didn't want to put that up there. No. Oops. It wasn't supposed to.
Well, you put up his picture?
What the hell is that? Peter who?
Could you read the article, man?
Peter.
He lost his leg to frostbite, and he amputated his gangrenous toes himself. And somewhere there's the thing about him cutting his leg off with frozen poo.
Who is he?
So hard to
Explorer or what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a question making poo into something that can be sharp enough, of course, to begin with.
I don't know, but it's a fucking funny story, man.
Yeah.
Funny story. It's like, who cares if it's true or not?
Well, it sounds like
I want to believe.
It sounds
I
like
want
it
to
could be
believe.
an interesting quest line the way you're making it sound. So I don't know. You know, we can lobby for.
Yeah, cutting your leg off with frozen poo.
The dagger of frozen poo. Yes.
Yes, that would probably definitely be a Hobloth quest. It doesn't work if you've got the runs.
Get to work on that submission. The dagger of frozen poo.
Not going to happen.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Speaking of Hobloth, I had my interview last night.
Oh, how did that go?
Woohoo!
Did he actually say, okay, we'll send you the email with that saying that you're accepted, or did he hit the big old red button that says no, because he didn't show up to his first interview on time?
He hit the "You are accepted" button.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got lucky. Yeah, that was a cliffhanger. It's not me, I'll tell you that much. Although I have done that during the show before, but my ringtone is different.
Nah, that's not the NBNN hotline.
I'm aware. That sounded like a landline. Didn't sound like your cell phone. That sounded like a landline.
It's the burner.
Oh, it's the burner. So are you ready for the useless overhead group?
Useless overhead. Otherwise known
Yes.
as the Production Management and Quality Assurance Team.
See, the NFG Andrea.
She had nothing.
She's working on the nothing.
She had nothing.
Colon.
She had
Working
nut,
on the
nut,
colon.
honey. The dippy bird.
The bird.
You gotta decide whether or not you're actually gonna like abuse the sound effect or not. It doesn't sound like it. She's working on performance and load time optimization and the leads meeting.
Leads meeting.
Gorn. He's discovered general business
Business.
inside of his red Speedo and marketing. Barrick. Working on the weekly update and live stream general business and communications planning. Because this is how we're going to communicate. We're going to use words.
Yes.
And then we're going to eventually devolve down into emojis.
Well,
we're taking-
you see that thing I sent out a while ago?
The thing about like we're speaking in hieroglyphics again.
Yeah, we're back to ancient Egyptian times. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
use
we're back to
hieroglyphics,
pictographs.
We use emojis. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we're back to pictographs.
History repeats
Yeah.
itself.
Yep. Hold on, I got one for you. Hold on, let's see. How did that go? Huh.
I don't know. How did that go?
It's something like that. There you go.
What the hell is that? Looks obscene, whatever it is.
Here, we'll do it to a size that Led Zepp is comfortable with.
He's
There, the Led Zepp size.
You're actually yeah. It would have been a little better if you did it the other way around. Maybe Led Zepp would have gotten it.
Oh.
And then
are you referring to it like this?
Yeah, you got to add.
There you go. That's it. That's what it
you
looks
gotta
like.
get it right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
If you're gonna do
Something
it,
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, then of course, Led Zepp will always appreciate this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is always a classic.
Contacting the FCC, man.
For what?
Fuck that.
Sheep molestation.
Hey, what the hell is that? Is that Les?
See, the
heck?
funny part is you can tell we do not
Pointed
draw
on
enough
one end,
ASCII
it's
dicks.
nice and round across, and it's on fire at the end. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
This font.
I have no
sucks.
idea. Yeah. I blame it on our lack of ASCII dick drawing skills.
That's right.
I don't have any practice doing that. Hutch.
Hutch.
Working on general business
Business.
and asset management.
He said asset.
It's like, that's a firm asset.
Mm.
Ooh, assets.
Like quality assurance.
Oh, assets. The Attenwood is working on sanity testing and forums and regression tests and localization bugs.
Bug.
Lord British. He's pretending to be general business.
He's taking care
'Cause
of that business that stock can't take care of right now.
He's playtesting because he's never played the game before. I've never had him just magically appear on top of my head before, and leads meetings and Jira updates.
Leads meeting.
Chaos. He's trying to pimp himself out on South Congress while working on some sales and customer service and Jira entry and playtesting. What are you laughing at?
Most people don't know what the reference is.
So back in the day in Austin, the place that you went to go find a hooker was South Congress. I'm not speaking from experience, but I've been told this.
Yes.
That or Riverside Drive. Yeah.
Staying
Wouldn't
in the
know
river.
anything about it. Because that involves going outside, and we know I don't do that. Then Serafina, she's working on shipping and customer support. You're missing your line, man.
Wonderful custom support. Because
Okay,
I was
yeah.
looking for proof of work and proof of concept here. So I'm going to bring that up as soon as I get it. Just give me 1 second.
Wait, proof of work from what?
From Serafina.
Well, you're looking for the royal warrant that's somewhere around your desk?
Well, I'm actually looking for this, and I found it. So, both of these got here thanks to the wonderful work of Serafina.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on the artwork on your wall. I mean, the cinder block wall is sexy and everything, but still,
yeah, well, you got to understand.
we need to add a splash of color on there besides dirt.
Yeah, this was the outside of the house at one time. You got to understand. This was.
I guess we should show this one to everybody. We should show this to everybody.
That didn't come up right. So let me.
There you go. Everybody can see that now. Everybody can see your cinder block wall.
Here we go.
Yay!
Nice.
It's a beautiful cinder block wall, isn't it?
Yeah, nice paint job.
Looking wall.
Nice paint job.
Yeah.
And yes, I do accept PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover.
Okay. What do I accept? I accept Cheers on my channel.
You accept Cheers, that's right.
Yeah,
But yes,
yeah.
Serafina getting those great items
And
out to us.
if you want to send any donations, you can send them to his email with all those great things. His email address is jack@cinesys.com. Waiting for some.
Nice wall.
Or you can always donate to the NBNN Patreon, which is patreon.com/NBNN.
Yeah,
That does not go to
you'll
Jack.
Notice in that picture on the very edge of the
The
picture,
PayPal?
you'll actually see the window that comes to the outside of
Yes.
the house.
Yeah. Okay, so moving right back to Serafina. She's also working on forums moderation and account services. Woo.
Services, that's right.
Someone might be moving a pledge somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, now speaking of moving pledges, I saw a curious post the other day, and I was curious about this one. Somebody was posting bundles for sale. Can you resell a bundle and move it to another account?
Used to.
Should be able to.
Okay.
I don't know how you would do it though, because I don't know if you can click on send as a gift if you never claim it in game.
Yeah, this guy was talking about, having it switched over to your account, and, I mean, that's possible. I guess if it was still in the account and never used, it could be gifted. I don't know the answer to that question.
That's where it's like paying that $25 fee for that kind of stuff becomes counterproductive.
Might as well just buy the bundle.
Much more. Yeah, it's much. I mean, and if you're in the process of selling those items, it's much more efficient to turn around and just strip the account and sell off everything individually. Because most things, it's like, hey, you can charge $5 for this, $20 for that, $150 for a commission-free vendor.
Yeah, maybe a couple months ago.
What are they now? I mean, there's one on Shroud Marketplace right now.
120.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was they gonna?
I see them daily around that price. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah. I'm thinking that this is the wrong instrument to play Don't Fear the Reaper. What do you think?
I'm still not hearing anything. And this having
Well,
the camera bullshit is just killing me.
Hey, I've been having to deal with that fucking forever, so
You know,
shut your pie hole.
I'm not facing you, but I gotta turn my camera to face you again. Just doesn't make sense.
Hey, how many times did I bug report that?
Yeah.
And last time I was told working as intended until I go into the office and draw pictures on a piece of paper to the designer and say, this is why it's broken. It's like, Laz and I are
sitting right next
6-7 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't fear the Reaper for this file. It sucks for this instrument. Let's go with play. You are a pirate? Okay, so we do have not an update from Lum's blog.
Not an update.
Yep. So Lum's daily work blog is still not updated.
So not updated. I don't even have it up there.
I know. It's like, what's the point? Yeah. But we do have an update from yesterday from Chris. We do not have today's, but yesterday Chris did say that he was working on performance. Marsha.
Performance.
Yeah. Today he's working on this was yesterday. He was working on issues in other low performance towns, starting with Erie. Eventually he'll make his way to Owl's Head, but that's a Unity 4 issue versus Unity 5. The entire Hidden Vale needs to be redone. And he's about to spend some time investigating water solutions or disabling camera reflections in the new system. Lots of SSR options out there are essentially free. Then later in the day, he decided that after investigating multiple third-party water options, they all have way too many issues. Instead, he worked on solutions with our existing system, and for release 43, it will run on the GPU, or it should have been running the entire time. It's like render on the GPU, not on the CPU, and only in beautiful and fantastic settings will have water reflections. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would think that all rendering you're passing off to your GPU, but that would just me.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I think graphics should be rendered on the GPU. And okay, so if you're listening, it's not actually bugging out. That's the actual song.
Can't hear nothing. Let's see.
Okay.
My camera.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about Slashy, or do we want to talk about?
Well, let's talk
other
about
people.
Slashy. That really had me, my curiosity piqued. Okay, only for the fact that, of course, I met Slashy at Hobloth last year. So, never dawned on me that he hadn't played the game or hadn't, done any.
Well, he is a game designer himself.
Yes,
but he
I
does
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a Nias. I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. Which is a roguelike game. It just hit the Steam store. It's also available on your phones and other things. I think I've got it on my phone, although I haven't updated in a long time. I played it a little bit, like 5 seconds, 6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do have it on my phone, and he is responsible for Slashware Interactive. So it is out there. But it is a roguelike game, which is one of those old school game types.
Old school.
So yeah, it's not a side scroller. It's a roguelike. It's a dungeon crawl. But he's been working on that for a while. He's been doing all kinds of other things, and he's developed a lot of other games. But that's the one that he's mostly is known for. But he is out of what was it? Colombia? He's in Medellin, Colombia. Yeah. So he is a Colombian. But Slashy has done a lot of work, and he just recently started playing Shroud of the Avatar again, and I mean he hadn't played it in a very long time. So he starts off with the downloading, then he goes through the initial video, and he's talking about how it breaks the fourth wall, and it doesn't. The start game button doesn't give feedback when pressed and keeps enabled, so that's a user interface issue. If you think of like most web pages, like use a JavaScript to do a mouse over and change the graphic whenever it's been selected. That's what he's talking about there. But then it goes into the introduction video, which he talks about as being breaking the fourth wall and learning about getting into this new world. And he thinks of it as an homage to Ultimas 4, 5, 6, and 7. But he thinks it was a little bit more subtle with the Gypsy Wagon.
You think?
Gypsy Wagon was a little bit more subtle. And you have to walk to the moon gate. Or get clobbered. But once inside the game, he's greeted with the main menu. And if you actually look at that screen, not that one. But yeah. But inside of the Isle of Storms, he talks about the problems that he had with movement initially, and his first interactions with Arabella. And
he goes through a big run through, as I love all
he goes through all of it.
Posted on this article,
and it really is going through and reading his commentary, because you have to remember he is a game developer, but he doesn't develop 3D games. He doesn't develop MMOs. So some of the design decisions that he talks about, and the knowledge that this is early access, is one where it's like, okay, I can fill in the blanks with my imagination, but then he's also able to point out some of the flaws. Like for me, it doesn't make sense to have that introduction video then appear as a ghost. That doesn't make sense to me. And then from there, I've got all kinds of story related issues.
As an apparition doesn't make sense
to me. But Slashy does enjoy playing around in the fire. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, I noticed all the fire shots, and
he doesn't do it just once. He does it several times.
Yeah, I know. It's fire. It's like, what kind of world have I been
on fire
into? It's all on fire.
It's like, I'm on fire. He's flaming.
Ew.
Yeah.
When you need it.
Yeah.
Don't know. Anyway,
you're killing me.
Moving right along.
Moving right along to what? You want to talk about someone selling pots or something?
Yeah, we can hit that one real quick before we start rolling.
It's a good thing I don't have it open anywhere.
Yeah. Luckily for you, there's a link.
I know, I gotta go find that link again. It's like, which window am I gonna be looking at? Where am I looking? Crafting material bonus, story, pots for sale. Pots for sale. Pots for sale. Damn it. I just opened up Slashy's blog again. And if you want to read that actual article from Slashy, you can just go to the NBNN Discord channel and then just scroll up. And you can see how bad Laz and I are at ASCII art, especially me. I am horrific. So Night Fury does have a couple of POTs up for sale, both in the Longfall area. One is a metro with overlands access, and the other is a crossroads village, also with overlands access outside of Blood River. If you're interested, message Night Fury.
Night Fury.
The best part is when Valor asks, "Are you interested in artifacts for trade?"
Hey, you take an artifact for that metro? I got a couple of them.
I love Valor's.
Died
Of
laughing
course.
when I first.
My
saw it.
artifacts are pretty special, and I'd be taking care of a pot for years on end. I'd turn it into a really happening place to open to all the server.
Boy.
Then Spoon just wants to burst some bubbles with, let's just do some fun calculations. Artifacts usually go from between 30 to 150,000 gold. Let's do a friendly room. Let's be friendly and assume at 85k per. So he's going for the average. And gold sells for about $22 per 100,000. In fact, you can find $22 per 100,000 on Shroud Marketplace right now with one of the new vendors. And then the last time the metros were sold, they were at 6k. That's about 27.5 million worth of gold, or rather about 325 artifacts.
A lot of artifacts. A lot of artifacts.
And that's if he's willing to sit there and pawn artifacts and sell gold to make his $6,000 back. No, I don't think that's going to be realistic, but I just thought this was too funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
Hey, well, you know what? Don't hurt to try, because you'll be surprised at what some people will trade for.
Yep.
You know, Led Zepp traded a tax-free deed for that corn cob over there, and he hasn't been any happier since.
It lost its luster.
All right, moving right along, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up here.
Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, always available on the NBNN app, which you can always find on all of your electronic devices. Just go to the appropriate store and download it. So the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store. Just search for NBNN. If that's way too complicated, Shroud of the Avatar, aka Soda, and it will be there.
Yeah, Soda doesn't work. It's got to be Shroud of the Avatar.
Soda, Shroud of the Avatar. Okay, well, maybe you should add the keyword soda.
No, you don't want to know what comes up in the searches in those stores when you do soda, so.
You really? I think I'm going to do that right now. If I can ever actually figure out how to quit this game.
Never quit.
How do I quit? Damn you, Slashy. Forcing me to play your game.
Slashy, no clean exit on your game, damn it.
It's all good. It's all good. Make me play. I have to go do a search on the Google Play Store, SOTA. Soda Spotter, Soda Finder, Soda Logger, Capley Soda, Pocket Soda, NBNN Soda app is there.
Is it? It wasn't there ages ago, but...
NBNN Soda app.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's on camera or not.
I can see it at the bottom of the screen, yes.
Yeah.
Bookmarks.
But
Bookmarks.
there's several more.
Is that the first page?
Yeah. That's the first page.
Oh, okay. I can't argue then. But
Yeah, but it's at the bottom of the first page.
Well, first off, we weren't even making any connection with that when it first released, and second, it wasn't that clean of anyway.
Okay, so moving right along, NBNN app's got all the best links for you. It's got everything you need for Shroud of the Avatar, and that includes the community calendar, which is available on nbnn.info. Just click on the calendar. calendar button. Then from there, don't forget all times on it are Central Standard Time in the real world, and it is an aggregate of all of the public calendars that Laz was able to find it. If you do not have your calendar up there and you have a Google public calendar that you would like added, just email news@nbnn.info, and eventually that guy will put it on there.
And don't forget, if you got some of those racy photos, you can mail those to nudes@nbnn.info, and hopefully you can get yourself into the inclusion of the NBNN calendar.
Something like that. Then we prefer to refer to the time on there as Nude Britannia time, which is Central Standard Time. Yay. Today at 12 and 6 around the clock, two idiots interpreting the news on WRFB.
WRFB radio.
So you don't have to, on a little show called Lunch with Laz and Jack. Today at 1:30, Chris and Violation are supposed to be talking on Tech Talk Tuesday. At 2 p.m., Sean Silverfoot's hanging out in the town of Paxlayer, making himself available for you if you are interested in any of the Paxlayer boroughs available. Too many to list. At 3 p.m., EVL Guild is having their Euro Dungeon Crawl, which starts on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. And if you want to talk to someone about it, that is going to be Wintermute Offcuff. Yeah. It's actually of, and I forgot the guild name, something COF. What's that stand for? But let's call it Offcuff.
Wintermute Offcuff was a character out of the William Gibson book, Neuromancer.
It might be that too. I have no clue.
Could be me.
I don't know. Did you know the last time I read that book was what? When did it come out? Like 1990 something?
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. Still one of the classics. I don't care what you say. Neuromancer was a mindfuck beyond.
You know what?
Somebody should make a movie of Neuromancer. That's what they should really do.
Yeah, well, there's all kinds of movies they need to make. I mean, Dragon Rider's a Pern, maybe. No, wait, that would be a cartoon. Yeah. 7 p.m., EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Run, also taking place on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head. We're starting there, and that's going to be led by Zinni. If running with EVL is not your thing and you'd rather hanging out with the Jade Dragons, you need to join Malhari in Braemar for a dungeon run of Chillblade's Compendium of Pain and Suffering. It's like listening to Lunch with Laz and Jack over and over and over again.
Except longer.
Except longer, yes. At 7 p.m. is the 70s at 7 on WRFB. Yeah. And we know Amber Rain is out sick, so I don't know if Temper Tantrum TJs is going to happen. And the final event of the evening is going to be on WRFB.
WRFB.
And that's the Record Room. And that's our community calendar for this Tuesday, June 13th.
Tuesday.
In Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar. So, real quick, while we get in and roll on out of here, talking to Rustic Dragon last night, doing my Hoblot thing. And, of course, we covered a lot of topics and all that. And a lot of people don't know that there is a cloak involved for Hoblot as well. Did you know that? I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
But, you know what? I don't think the public knows that the Hoblot event has got a collectible cloak for it.
You just have to visit the Hearth of Britannia website, then click on events, and then read all about Hoblot 4, and then you'll see collectible cloak.
Yes, absolutely. But I told them we'd give them a shout out on that and let the good folks know, because for those of you who are collectors, You don't want to miss out on this for your collection because it's not something that has been in the newsletters or anything like that. So if you want to be that collector and have all those items in your fancy dancy collection, I'm waiting for a place where we can hang cloaks on display so I can take the 100 or so I've got in my bank and do something with them.
It's called the ground, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because all those containers that I can't place in containers are taking up all those slots on the ground on my lot. So
Yeah, I've got a few of those I can't do anything with.
I haven't found the solution to that yet. But
You know what the solution is.
moving right along, gotta let you guys know about SodaCon Austin 2017. Still haven't gotten that final word from Zeke yet, but things are firming up. Don't forget, you can get your tickets at SodaConAustin.org and sign up to come on down to Austin, meet the developers, hang out with your fellow avatars, and have a good time for the weekend. It's going to be the 13th through the 15th of October this year. You still got plenty of time to get tickets. Got plenty of time to get your paid time off and get your butts down to Austin.
Yep.
Indeed. Of course, Asa Wonder. Asa, did you do a show today?
I did. I jumped on for a couple hours this morning.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Of course, the newest member of the family, Asa Wonder. Asa the Pearl Wonder.
Yeah, I like that. That's my new name.
It just fit. What can I say? I took one look at that picture and I says, well, But,
we'll run with it. We'll see if it picks up.
Aso's doing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on WRFB, and he's probably going to be here all week from 8 to 10 for your listening pleasure right before our show. So don't forget to tune in and check him out. Of course, all sorts of things happening on the WRFB radio schedule throughout the week. You got Lunch with Laz and Jack 5 days a week at 12 and 6 around the clock. We got Asa Wonder Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8 to 10 a.m. We got the Deco Divas every Wednesday and Thursday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Oh, geez, this is getting crazy. We got Zeke the Freak and Woodrow Beefcakes on with the Swap Shop every Saturday night from 6 to 8, 8 to 10, party time. You never know what is going on there. And, of course, this past week, I picked up the radio on Saturday night, did a little set myself. And, of course, every Sunday at 7, you can catch Arius Coilmore doing the GMC Top 20 Countdown right here on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. So all sorts of stuff going on, not to exclude things like the 70s at 7, 5 days a week, the Record Room 5 days a week. All sorts of great stuff for you to listen to and have your ear holes massaged right here on the in-game radio.
Only the Deco Divas do the
I was just
ear
going
hole
to say,
massaging.
but nobody does it like the Divas. If you really need those ear holes massaged with some great tunes, those Divas, they do a job. But, of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors out there, and, of course, we want to thank you guys, but we got to talk about the marketplace real quick. ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, you want to tell the boys and girls a little bit about the marketplace?
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related, and that includes the latest vendor, Rhiannon's Creations, where she's selling a leaf shield or 100,000 worth of game gold, $22. I mean, it's like, you know what? You can find this stuff, and if you have things and you want to sell it, don't forget you can always register as a vendor. Register for an account, then click on vendor registration. Then it's really easy to start selling your stuff. I mean, super, super simple. I mean, over 50 different players have registered as vendors. Each vendor is responsible for maintaining their own inventory, and you know what? As soon as they get paid, they deliver the items.
And you know what?
Yay!
It's free to sign up and use.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Open your own
No.
store. Get in there. Don't cost
And
nothing to open
anything game related. So if you want to charge your people a fee for a service that you provide in game, just like Weddings and More or Scrota's music service, or even, cheese sign writing from Wolfdom Shop, you can do that. And if you want to, instead, you'd prefer to just sell your raw materials, you can do that. Or if you want to sell your account, you can do that as well. I mean, it's like, hey, anything game related.
In the game.
Yeah.
All sorts of great stuff. ShroudMarketplace.com. Go and check it out, boys and girls. And,
absolutely.
On the last note, I want to just toss another shout out to ASO and the Novia Lottery. Novia Lottery is out there in Minewint, taking care of your lottery needs. So for those of you who have the lottery bug, go check him out or hit him up in game. That's AESOWONDAH. And he'll give you all the information. Or go to novialottery.com to get your lottery fix going here in Shroud Avatar. But meanwhile, that's going to be about it for us today. We got to wrap it up and get out of here. So we got to, of course, thank you guys. Love you guys.
The most important people around here. That is you guys watching out on Twitch, YouTube,
right.
or listening on WRFB.
Love you.
We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. Yes. Yes,
Well,
I especially love those
them,
that do on my channel. Thank you, Arius.
Yeah, but
yes.
we love you guys for listening. We love you
Arius,
for tuning in. We love you for joining.
Arius wants everybody to know that what WRFB really stands for.
Oh.
We are fucking baddie. Maybe. Shh. Maybe I should have said that in a whisper. Whisper.
All right, we got to get out of here, folks.
Gotta go.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest news and hijinks right here inside Shroud Avatar. We'll be back tomorrow with more right here on NBNN WRFB.
Yay! Laz, we need our musicians back.
I know.
Where the hell are they? Why do they keep on taking off on us?
Don't know.
Miss Scrota. I miss them all.
Gotta hire somebody